Good morning. Donnell Suggs with the Atlanta Voice. I wanted to ask, the past 2 days, the speeches by Reverend Warnock, Senator Warnock, and then by the Obamas yesterday in particular, do you think that made an impact on some of the voters that might be middle of the road or not sure what to expect from the Harris-Walz ticket?
Yeah, I'll start, and I'll let the governor weigh in here too. But I think absolutely what you've seen, some of the most powerful and effective communicators in the Democratic Party lay out the case, right? Speak to who Vice President Harris is as a person, her biography, how that connects to her value set, the way that she sees the world, and who she's going to fight for as President of the United States. You've seen them lay that out. You've also seen them call out the stakes of this election in ways that only they can do, right? Speaking to the threat that Donald Trump poses, the work that he wants to do, whether it's his plans to enact a national abortion ban across this country with or without Congress, whether it's his extreme and dangerous Project 2025 agenda that he's trying to run away from, but the problem for him is that it's written by his people for him, that wants to gut checks and balances, consolidate power into the Oval Office, return us to a failed economic approach that only benefits rich folks like Donald Trump and the people who contribute to his campaign. I think you've seen, whether it's President Obama, Senator Warnock, or all the other speakers who we've had in Chicago thus far, they've all spoken to key segments of the Walz-Harris coalition, and we've seen folks respond in kind. And so we're obviously grateful to have what you've seen is a united front in the Democratic Party, people who have shown up to express, number one, their gratitude for President Biden, their support for Vice President Harris, and underscored the enthusiasm for the work that we have to do moving forward here. So we're excited about what's on full display throughout this week, but as I will continue to say, our focus fundamentally remains on the work that we need to do over the next 70-plus days between now and November. But, Governor, I'll let you weigh in here, too.
Well, I was honored to speak right in front of the senator on Monday night, and I love how he talks about faith. It's something that certainly drives my life, but also gives everybody an understanding of the why of the decisions that he makes and that I make. I love being able to talk about the golden rule that we're supposed to love our neighbor as ourselves, and the parable of the Good Samaritan that says everyone's our neighbor. And so you look at these two campaigns, one that's trying to lift everyone up, suggesting that there is room for everyone at this table, that we should be kind to each other and support everyone, and another that's based on vengeance and retribution and trying to create an us versus them and constantly trying to make another American our enemy. Now, one of the reasons I'm all in for Harris-Walz is I believe they can not only win this election, but they can move us past this constant division, this constant us versus them. We have real enemies abroad that want our country to fail. We've got to be united as a people, and I believe that once we move past this boiling point that our country has been at, then we are going to move to a better place. And just to hear the Obamas talk about decency, even with everything that was thrown at them when they were in office, when they weren't treated decently by a lot of people, but they are still out there calling on all of us to be better and still providing such great guidance and such great leadership. So yes, I believe that all three of those speakers truly speak to our American values, because we want to like our neighbor. It doesn't matter how they're registered. We still want them to get ahead. You know, this country can't be, I want Democrats to do better or just Republicans to do better. It's got to be that we all do better. So when we talk about Tim Walz and that lowest unemployment rate, that's helping everybody. When we talk about the middle-class tax cuts proposed by the Vice President, that helps everybody. And that's where we've got to get to. And that's where this ticket's going to bring us.